Up? What's up? Good evening. Good evening. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. And I am here. I am ready to get this thing started. Um, hey guys, how y'all doing? So, you guys are gonna see a little bit of a difference today, a little bit of a difference tonight. And I apologize. I'm not in my normal spot. I'm not in my normal place. I am actually I am actually I'm still at work. I'm still at work. So my apologies. Um Not looking like the comfortable zone that we're normally in, the comfortable area that we're normally in, but we are going to get this thing popping. So things are set up a little bit different. Restream, my apologies. It looks dark to me. The screen looks dark to me, but IG, the lighting in IG looks perfectly fine. But Restream, it looks a little bit dark. So again, my apologies. I am working with my cell phones. I'm working with my cell phone. Restream is the first time I've used my cell phone to do this, and I'm not quite sure how this is looking. To be totally honest, it's looking a little small. That's how it's looking. But I'm using my cell phone. My apologies. Okay, so I don't have the ability to just kind of like I'm on a laptop and just kind of hit stuff and it just comes up easy. So y'all may see me squinting a little bit when I do that anyway. I do that anyway, squint a little bit. Okay, here it is. All right. So I am seeing it on Facebook, so that helps. That helps. Yeah, it's really, really dark. So I apologize, guys, for the lighting tonight, but I don't have my ring lights. Don't have any of that stuff with me. But we're gonna do this thing anyway. So y'all know what a system look like. Y'all know what I look like. So hey, good evening, welcome. Landscape. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. We can get some little stuff going on. Hey Mike, what's up, brother? Hey, my brother from another mother. That's my baby's Mike. What's going on? I see the comment here. Alright, I think this is gonna work out, y'all. This is going to work out, even though it's dark. I'm chocolatey, so alright, okay, it's coming up here. Alright, here we go. Hey, good evening, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Real Life Relationship Growth once a week. I'm sorry, once every other week meetup, greeting, get together, chat it up, all of that stuff we call it. This is our once every 2 weeks because we're on 2 weeks now. Thursday night meetup, Thursday evening meetup. This is this time that we come together and we're gonna chat it up and talk about different topics. We talk about different subjects. I have been moving and shaking, y'all. So I want to apologize. Um, I have been dealing with some family losses, some things going on with the family. Okay. Oh. I don't know. So let's try my. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a suggestion. Uh, Mike, I don't think. That's all right. That's all right. We're gonna keep it this way. Cause I don't want to mess anything up. Cause I'm looking at it on the screen on Facebook, and that kind of just didn't do what I thought. Okay, that's all right. Landscape. Thank you for the suggestion. Um, been dealing with some family things. Lost my father some weeks ago, and we funeralized, we buried him. And now my bonus daddy, um, um, one of the loves of my life, is dealing with his health issues. Some things. He was blessed to get a kidney last year. We hit our year anniversary for him and the family. We hit our year anniversary, and he's dealing with some complications that come along with having a new organ in your body. But thanks to God, praise God, he is doing well, and the kidney is functioning as it should because we're protecting the kidney. Other things kind of get off balance, but those are things that you can say, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and take something and work through that and get rid. So he had surgery this morning. He's doing well, but we're still waiting to hear the results of everything. So, y'all keep us in prayer. Keep us in prayer. All right. So, hey, here we go. So, reminder, guys, we are only here the second and fourth Thursday of every month. The second and fourth Thursday of every month. Um, the nephew has a sister going with schedules and games and playing and Falcons and da 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 da. And so I'm like, you know what? I gotta be sure that I'm in place and available for him. And um, I did not want to keep y'all waiting and having to keep canceling or whatever. So here we are. This is our second um, Thursday of the month, and then we'll be together again on our fourth Thursday of the month. I was gonna say no, that's not Thanksgiving, so we good, we good. All right, so we're gonna get into this thing, y'all, because I am not gonna be on long. My mother is actually at the hospital waiting for me to come and pick her up because she spent the day there, of course, with my dad. So we're going to get into this thing. Get into this thing. These comments, I can't really see. This is. How can I fix this, y'all? How can I fix mics and landscape? Okay, turn your camera. Let's see. Okay. I want to try to catch it here. Mike, are you typing on Restream? Because usually that comes through, the comments come through on Facebook, and I don't see any comments coming through. So I'm not sure. Mike, you must be on YouTube. Ah, that might be it. He may be on YouTube where I'm seeing this, his comments. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yep. 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 That's what's happening. Okay. I'm good. I got it. I got it. I can see you. I can see you. Mike is on YouTube. Okay. I love the fact that we have these three different platforms that we can go with. I took your advice and I'm setting up my wheels. Okay. All right. So let's take on that real quick. The Thursday before, instead of doing a live because there was so much still going on, I did a informative live, so to speak. I set up, I put some information out there, and I was hoping that you guys would catch it, come on, get onto it, and do some things. But it was talking about getting a will and securing things for your family, for your loved ones, if something were to happen to you. So Mike said, I took your advice and I'm setting up my wills and personal assets for the family. Free through JAG if you're a vet. If you are a vet, y'all heard that right? There's no excuse and no reason. These services are free. Set up your will, do your POD with your bank accounts, your Navy Federal, whatever credit union, set those things up. So if something happens to you, there's not a question about where things should go and who should have what. POD is uh, uh, oh Lord, what is it? In other words, on death, something on death, where all of your funds in your accounts will go to the people that you say and deem to that to go to. All you got to do is call your bank. I reached out Navy Federal, said, listen, hey, I need to do a POD. They emailed it to me, signed it, and all I got to do is submit it back to them. I got it a few days because I really didn't know about that. You hear about doing your will and living will and all of that, and you hear about that. But it was just recent, Mike. It was just recent that I really kind of heard about. I see you on YouTube, babe. I really kind of heard about and it being more prevalent to me about my accounts and where those funds should go. All right, y'all. So a little snippet of that. So tonight's topic, y'all, is, let me see if I can get this on here right because I don't see it. Oh, there it is. All right, tonight's topic is just a friend. Tonight's topic is just a friend. Just a friend. So, this topic came to me. This topic came to me, and I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this particular topic, on our next live. And y'all, I want to say there's a topic that's looming that one of the brothers posted. Reginald Green. Reginald, I did not forget. I actually put this topic in the up top where it's constantly in a feed. So please know, Reg, I did not forget your topic. We're gonna dive into that. We're gonna talk about that one, and possibly we'll do that next week. The topic that Reginald posted is talking about women being obedient. Woo, ladies, don't shake. Calm down. Calm down. Because when we say the word obedience, be like, obedient to who? What you mean? What you mean? Obedient. So that was the topic that Reginald posted. He shared to the page. Listen, remember you guys, please keep sharing to the page. Please keep sharing your comments, your thoughts, inbox me, all of that. Do that. Brothers are always top tier on here, sending me information. Ladies, if you're single, if you're in the mood and to mingle and you're looking and you're trying to position yourself, real life relationship growth is the place for you. We are here to help one another, to love on one another, to spread the good news and good word about loving, healthy, growing relationships. The men who are the leaders, the men are stellar on this page of sending me information, sending me topics. Y'all got to get with this thing. Y'all got to get with this thing. All right? All right, here we go. But the topic tonight is just a friend. Just a friend. When I was reading what came with this, it said, and I kind of paraphrased it. I kind of changed it a little bit. So my apologies to the source, but it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same. You know me, I include both genders, male and female. It actually said um, men in relationships. I fixed it and changed it because we're here for everybody, and I put men/women. This is how it reads. Men and women in a relationship have no business having friends of the opposite sex. Friendships, particularly new ones. Particularly new ones. Men and women in relationships have no business having friends of the opposite sex as friendships. Have opposite sex friendships. That's how it read, and that's again I paraphrased a little bit, but pretty much that was the point of the what I saw, what I read, what came across my desk, right? And I was like, ooh. Now we've done this topic before. Last year sometime, I believe. We did this topic. We've done this topic before. But I have no problem with doing it again because I think it's a good one. I really, really do. I think it's a really good topic. And I love to hear different thoughts and opinions. As a matter of fact, I got an inbox um, from one of the brothers, and he was like, let me read what he said. I'm gonna read what he said. Um, He said, as far as the topic is concerned, he said, I totally agree. This was the downfall of my last relationship. I was so naive. That came from one of the brothers. That came from one of the brothers. So he inboxed that comment to me in response to what he knew what was going to go on tonight. Right? Right? Um, so sometimes we tend to feel like this is gender related. Like women have such a problem, um, more of a problem with this than men do. Um, I personally think it's kind of even around across the board. Y'all tell me what y'all think before we get into this thing. Y'all tell me what y'all think about having friendships of the opposite sex. Having friendships of the opposite sex. I think we touched about this. We touched on this a little bit on our last live. Alicia and I were talking, and one of the brothers came in and asked the question, um, how we felt about it. So I'm going to share what I said. I'm going to share what I said, and I'm going to share my opinion and my thought on this and how I things work for me in my relationships that I'm in. I have a lot of male friends. I have a lot of male friends. Now there's a small group of those males that I truly would call my brothers, right? Because I don't use the word friendship loosely. I don't use that word loosely. I have about 5 women in my life that I consider friends. Friends to the extreme and to the point that they're not just friends, they're my sisters. And these men also in the realm of being my brothers, right? Me and my brothers. So friendships to me I hold near and dear. I think they're important. I think it's important for us to surround ourselves with not just family, but from with people that we can call friend, we can call on in a time of need and talk to and be there for, right? And vice versa. Um, I think that's really, really important. But I have a lot of male friends, a lot of male friends. And I'm sure at any given point, I can call on any of them for help if I need something. Like, for instance, um, camper conversations, of course, we know I have the camper. When I was trying to make a decision of what truck that I should get to be able to pull the camper efficiently and not tear up my vehicle because I had a SUV, I had a Nissan Armada, which had the payload to pull it. But I'm like, dang, I don't want to tear up my transmission. Like this is my main transportation, and then I have my car, but the truck is like my main transportation. I called on about 3 or 4 of my brothers to help me to make a decision on what truck I should buy before I bought the Ram 1500. Um, and I called on them because they were my brothers, they're my friends. I could call on them, I could ask them their opinion, I could ask them whether it's professional or personal based on what they drove, what they drive, what they do. I have one friend that has like 3 Ram trucks, the dualies. And I was thinking about a transportation company, right? Another thought, another process. Um, and he was like, the Rams, the best truck. I love the Rams. I've had a Ford, da 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 da. Long story short, speaking to them, their experience, their expertise, their knowledge, and my biological brother is what helped me make the decision to buy the Ram truck that I have, to buy the Ram truck. Um, that helped me. Again, friends. These are my friends. These are my brothers, right? These are my brothers. So I called on them and I can call on them. So let me be clear. The majority of them are not single men. They are not single men. The majority of them are not single men. Let me not say the majority, because again, there's not a lot. Some of them are single, some of them aren't single. And y'all know me in the sanctity and covering of relationships. And here's my point on it. Here's where I'm going with that. Here's where how I see it. I don't believe that I should have male friends if I'm in a committed relationship. Let me go a little deeper with that thought. Um, I believe in guarding the parameters, the boundaries of my relationship. And I believe showing that respect to my man is necessary. And the friends that I have that are males, the friends that I have, I don't have any feeling or thought that they would come at me wrong. Because up to this point, they have not. Even if there's an attraction, there's been a respect that's like, that's my girl, that's my dog, that's my friend. I'm not going to cross those boundaries. Not going to cross those boundaries. And so it's never happened. And I appreciate that. But if at ever any point it did, and one of them felt like they wanted to express to me how they felt, and I'm in a committed relationship, I'm going to clearly let them know they have stepped out of their boundaries, especially knowing that I'm in a relationship. They have stepped beyond their boundaries, and we can no longer hold a friendship. Um, period. We can no longer hold a friendship. Because what I won't do, and I've expressed this to my man, what I won't do is have him in a situation where he's in a position that he doesn't even know he's in. And there's a man that knows things about me and knows, things about me, whether it's in an intimate way or in an intimate level. And intimacy doesn't always mean sex. Let's be grown. But I'm not going to have him in a room with people and around people that's in my face, knowing that there's been some type of relationship. Now I know that went beyond the friendship part. That we talking about somebody's relationship. That's my boundary first on that part. If I have a homeboy, if I have a homeboy that I called on and I counted on and depended on before my man came into my life, he takes a back seat. He takes a back seat. And truth be told, I wouldn't have a homeboy that did not understand that. I wouldn't. His mindset. If he didn't have that type mindset and couldn't understand that. And it's not about a jealousy thing. It's not about, my man being jealous or controlling who I have friendships and relationships with. That's not it at all. It's about guarding the boundaries, guarding the perimeters of our relationship. I've had friends from the military when I was in the army. I have friends, my brats brothers, because that's when I went to high school. I graduated overseas. I am a military brat as well as a vet. Um, those men, oh my gosh, those my hearts. Those are my hearts. But if at ever any point my man felt uncomfortable, I love y'all, but there'll be no conversing like there used to be. There'll be no conversation. There'll be no calling. There'll be no talking. Now, I'm not also looking to be with anyone whose insecurities play such a heavy part that I cannot have some type of connection, meaning class reunions and I'm seeing them and things like that. But us having personal time to time, one on ones, going out, spending time, whatever, whatever, that's not going to happen. I feel like it's very, very important to guard the parameters of your relationship. Okay. So Mike said, I'm sorry, I came back to YouTube. Mike said, you can't throw away your childhood friends. Never. Childhood friends, never for nobody, especially when we know each other's family. But yeah, new friends might be a problem depending on the relationship. Yeah, yeah. Again, Mike, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't throw away my childhood friends. My oldest childhood friend is a gentleman named Kurt Leader. Kurt is my oldest childhood friend. Kurt and I were friends from the fourth grade. We did everything together. Kurt and I still communicate, not as closely and as much as I would like to. Um, but we communicate through Facebook. We comment on each other's things. We love pictures of each other's families. We stuff like that. Mike particularly is one of those brothers. Like this is way back friendships. Like Mike and my brothers were best friends. We were best friends. And that's my brother. And I would not have a problem with introducing my man to these people. To these people. But I would not put him in a situation where someone knew something about me personally and had something to feel like they have something over him. If that's understandable, if y'all could understand that. Um, but again, it's all about the circles you keep and the people you keep around you and in your relationships and what you allow, um, what you allow. Guarding parameters of relationships. I also had a friend, one of my male friends, and he was like, "This is foolishness. This is foolishness." So he didn't agree at all, and he's not able to be on tonight because he's working. But he made his comment that he did not agree. He did not agree, and I wish I had time to. He had time to kind of elaborate more to me what his thoughts were, but I'm gonna ask him to come back and type it because y'all know the videos are going to be posted. I will post it at the feed on top of the page. You can always go back and comment and things like that. Um, at any point in time after the live is over, you can still communicate, and we can still converse about the topic. Okay, all right, all right. So if you missed it and you're watching this later, please go ahead and comment. Give us your thoughts and your opinions on that. Mike said childhood friends. We're not giving those up. We're not giving those up. So let me ask you. Let's go deeper into this thing because y'all know this is what I like to do. Um, I like to go deeper because there are things sometimes people don't say. And they don't say it for fear of embarrassment, or they may feel like they're the minority in their thoughts and things like that. But let's go with the point that your significant other, who you are in this loving committed relationship with, has an issue because they're dealing with their self-esteem. They have some issues of jealousy because of poor self-esteem. How y'all gonna handle that one? Because it's easy to say, oh, if my man or woman don't like this and they have legitimate reasons, or I'm just, before there's even a problem, I'm handling that. Before they even have a problem, I'm handling that. What if, what if they had a problem with it and it dealt and came from insecurities? It came from jealousy. It came from being cheated on previously and situations like that. And you've never done anything to give them any thought or any reason to feel that way. What about those type situations? I need to know, I need to know what y'all thoughts are on those type situations. Um, do you try your best to secure them? Do you try your best to help them? How do you help them go through the thought of, I don't want you being friends with her no more. Oh, y'all been best friends since y'all was little. She know all this about you, or he know all this about you, and da 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 da. I don't want you talking to him no more. I don't want you talking to her no more. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. How do we handle that? How do we handle that when our significant other is so jealous and our significant other has a trust issue, real life, this is real stuff. How do you handle that? Y'all, I need y'all thoughts and opinion on that. How do you handle that? Because everything is not all roses. Okay, Mike said, yeah, because at a cookout or family function, we would have more to talk about with your mama than your man hugs and all. Plus, your mama is going to be more happier to see me than your man. I don't know, Mike. My man is pretty secure with his. He's pretty secure with his. I don't know. But I feel you. I get what you're saying. In general, let's take this in a general thought. In a general, it's an anybody thought. Anybody thought. You go into a family function and they are there. Like, how do we handle that? How do we secure our relationship where our significant other can function comfortably and well and get to where they need to get? Because I hear it. I hear a lot, especially women. Oh, you ain't gonna control me. You ain't gonna tell me who I could talk to. Now, let me change that. Both. Let me say both genders. You ain't gonna control me. You ain't gonna tell me who I could talk to. You're not gonna tell me who I can and cannot. She been my friend since way back. He been my boy. He been my friend since way back. How do you handle that significant other that's just like, no, no. If you gonna be with me, no. So I get a lot of responses, y'all. A lot of responses would be, you're not gonna control me. And you're not gonna tell me what I can and can't do. But y'all, I truly believe in digging deeper and not looking at the surface of what it looks like in the moment or at the surface of what it looks like. Do you take the time to understand why your significant other feels that way? Do you take the time to give them enough grace, and listen and unpack? This is a new term I've been hearing a lot. To unpack why they said what they said, why they have a problem, why it is that they don't want you talking to anybody of the opposite sex. So remember, I said earlier, I'm big on guarding the parameters of my relationship. I'm big on building up the walls and the boundaries. And it's so important to talk about what those boundaries are and for y'all to come to an understanding. I know you joking, babe. Um, and an understanding of what each other need, what the needs are of your significant other, what the needs are of your spouse, what the needs are of your man, of your lady, what the needs are. Because if you're in a relationship and you're making a move of commitment, and you're courting and you're going to America's, I don't know if I told you, but the criteria to be here in this family of network, you got to be single, dating, courting, married, engaged, or divorced. Single, dating, courting, engaged, married, divorced, or widower. That is the criteria. So if you're at a point where you are courting and you are to the point of engagement and you are married, the importance, okay, hey, I'm sorry, here we go. The importance of guarding the parameters of your relationship. Guarding the parameters of the relationship. Does it matter who was your friend from birth? Your childhood friend? Your high school friend? Does it matter? Kia said, if they're that insecure, it'll kill the joy in the relationship over time. You'll be walking on eggshells with that person, always trying to be extra cautious. You're going to be working very hard to keep that relationship going. Kia, I agree with you. It is hard. That will be hard. That will be hard. But how much effort is enough when you are trying to build something solid with somebody? Because remember, I said I'm always trying to consider why that person reacted that way. And in return, I would really like someone to consider why I react in a certain way. If it's not addressed, if it's not talked about, if it's not unpacked, then yes, it will kill the relationship over time. But when you showing up on a daily basis and you talking about why and what, and you put your pride and your ego to the side and you say, you know what? I really care about this person. I love this person. Let me try to understand why they're coming from this direction with this. Let me try to understand what their reasoning is. And it just could, what could happen to be, it just may happen to be that they're dealing with some traumas that have not been resolved. They're dealing with some issues from some foolishness that they dealt with in past relationships that has them feeling the way they do. Now, I believe that some healing needs to come before moving into another relationship. I totally, totally believe that. But listen, on a personal level, I'm not completely over all the traumas that I dealt with through childhood, through as a young adult, through relationship breakups. Now, the difference now and then is I've had some counseling. I believe in the power of prayer and God helping me to position myself better to understanding why I'm the way I am. I'm not saying somebody's going to have a clean, perfect slate when they go into the next relationship. Traumas are traumas, and you may hold those traumas for the rest of your life, but you don't have to let them overcome you. You know the easiest way to overcome a trauma? Get with someone who loves and cares for you enough to help you walk through that and walk out of that. That is the easiest way to get over some traumas, to get over trauma. Get some counseling. Here we go. Counseling. Ding, 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 ding. Gotta have my bell at some point. Counseling. The best gift that you can give to yourself. Y'all know I'm a sneaker freak. I love sneakers. If we can spend money on shoes, we can take that same money and put it away or put it toward a counseling session, some sessions. Talk to these counselors, talk to these therapists, y'all. Don't think you can't do it because you don't have the money. Talk to them and see what they can work out for you. But going back to the point, Kia, I hear what you're saying. Insecurities can kill the joy of a relationship over time. You're right. I agree with that. But a loving, caring individual who takes the time to love you through your insecurities, man, please. You can unwrap and unravel those insecurities and let them things go by the wayside and start to learn and know how great you are and how wonderful you are. All of that because of a loving, kind, caring person. All of that. That's going to give you the time and attention you need. That's going to help you through those woes and those issues and those things that got you there in the first place. That got you there in the first place. So, y'all know, again, my point is, my point is, if we loving each other and we're saying we want to be in this thing and we're in this thing together, and we're in the trenches together, I'm going to find out and figure out why it is that you have such an issue and a problem with my childhood friend. or someone I went to high school with, and I called them my brother, or you call them your sister, or whatever. We got to unpack that thing and know that the goal is to have the healthiest relationship possible. The healthiest relationship possible. And stop putting so much emphasis on other people. Excuse me. Stop putting so much emphasis on other people because you're there for one another. You are there for one another because at the end of the day, it's going to be you and your boo, you and your baby, you and your man, you and your lady. At the end of the day, outside friendships, I have ended friendships because of my relationships, my personal relationships. I just think those relationships deserve their just due. And and to the people that I've ended relationship friendships with, I'm still your friend. I still love you. You are still cared for and prayed for through me and by me. But if it puts me in a situation and it puts my man in a situation where he is uncomfortable, it's got to go. It's got to go. And if people don't understand that, then that's them. Even if the relationship does not work. I ended two friendships that were really, really near and dear to me some years ago when I got with my ex. Now, mind you, I said ex. And it's like, oh, you done ended friendships and you ain't even with that person no more. Remember, I said that I'm not going to associate and attach myself with people that don't understand the importance of me understanding their relationships and me and them understanding mine. So if I have somebody that's giving me pushback because I've done that and they don't know and understand me that I'm coming from a kind, loving place and I'm trying to secure my household and my future, then but I did. I did. I ended a friendship. Um had to switch to Facebook. Okay, hey. I ended two friendships that were near and dear to me because of my relationship. Because again, I'm guarding the perimeters. And I'm not saying that they would have and did do something that caused strife and issues and whatever, and I thought they would with me and my man. But again, guarding the perimeters. Can male and females be friends? Yeah, they can. When two have the boundaries to respect one another, and even if there's an attraction, you're not gonna go, you're not gonna um, cause issues and problems, and you know, if that's the case, then the two of y'all go beyond that friendship and make a relationship, an intimate, personal relationship, not just a friendship. If you're not secure enough to do that, man, please, man, please. Kissing insecure. Blah blah blah. Got that part. Okay. All right. Y'all, I'm gonna have to we usually go about an hour. But again, I mentioned at the beginning of this, my mom is at the hospital with my dad, and it's almost 9. So I want to make sure I get her so she can get some food and get into a proper bed and get some rest. Um, this was a good topic. I think all of our topics are good topics. But this topic for me, um, I think it's very important. All topics are very important, yes. But this one, I feel like everybody should take note. If you're in a relationship and you're trying to be in a relationship and you're growing and you're wanting that thing to grow and be better, um, guard the parameters. Guard the parameters of that relationship. If it requires letting go some people, some things, you have to make the decision on how important that relationship truly, truly is. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I gotta go. Kia, Mike, thank you, brothers, for being on with me tonight. Again, everybody, continue to make your comments. Let's have a conversation. And remember, focus on you, focus on your love, and focus on securing things for yourself and your family And the people that truly, truly love you and care for you, they're going to understand. All right, y'all. Good night. See y'all on the fourth Thursday of this month.